Please, is anybody out there? Can anybody hear this transmission? I need you to respond, please. This is ZigZag Hertz. I'm hearing transmissions that can only be extraterrestrial. I need a response, please. Is anybody out there left to respond?
Hello everybody, and welcome to ZigZag Hertz Let's Play Strategy Gaming channel. I've decided today to start a second playlist to go along with my Three Kingdoms Total War playlist that's going on right now. One of my favorite strategy games of all time is the XCom series, the original XCom and the XCom 2 game. I'm going to do a little blast to the past, back to the original XCOM game, but I'm going to be doing it with a twist. We'll be playing with the Long War mod. I also have a couple little sub-mods I use along with that. Enhanced Tactical Info 1.0, Sightlines 1.4, and Enhanced Soldier Customization 1.0 sub-mods. The last one allowing me to use the XCOM name list generator in my playthrough. So I have a list of names, some family names which I have altered because I did not get anyone's permission to use their name, so we made some changes, but I know if you watch the video you'll know who you are. And some famous people, famous sports figures, political figures, whatever, historical figures to go along and round out the mix of my squad. So let's get into the game and see how we're going to set it up. I am not one to start on impossible, especially on a mod that I've only dabbled in. I'm not an expert at it yet. So we will start on the classic mode, and I will keep in the Progeny DLC and the Slingshot DLC. We will be choosing to enable Iron Man since I'm not going for the hardest difficulty. I'm going to take the challenge of playing on Iron Man. I'm going to reduce the beginner VO, which is certain voiceovers by some of the characters that can get a little monotonous, and I'm going to choose a few second wave options, some that I've never tried and others that I like to use. Let's see. Red Fog is one that I do not have a lot of experience with, but I'd like to play with it and try out and see how that alters the game. What that means is any wounds taken in combat, both by myself and my own squad or the aliens, it will degrade the unit's aim and mobility while they are wounded. Now, once they heal outside in the infirmary outside of actual battle maps, this degradation will go away, but I want to see how that changes the gameplay or if it really does much. I'm also going to play, because I think this just makes sense, upon being revealed some aliens may attempt to shoot at soldiers instead of moving or going into Overwatch. Normally you can proceed and walk a lot into the open initially, as long as you're moving slowly, because when you trigger an alien, all they do is scramble and go to hide, where it just makes sense to me that sometimes, not always, they may just, rather than scatter to hide, may take a shot at you. So I want that intrigue here. Commander's choice. I like being able to choose what class my soldiers will be upon promotion. And I'm going to try new economy. Usually you're pretty set in knowing that the United States has a great income, which countries in Europe provide you good income, etc., etc. This keeps the overall funding that the game has. It just redistributes it randomly. And so I want to see if it changes my strategy on how I take over continents and where I decide to go. Also, hidden potential, I kind of get a kick out of that. I would like the soldiers' level up stats to be randomized, because everybody is an individual and everybody is unique. And none of these are in my range. There's one down here, perfect information. I do like perfect information, because what that does is it lets me see the enemy's to hit value. While it doesn't change what happens, I kind of want to know, did I get hit by that 1% one in 100 kind of chance by that alien, or was I just playing sloppy and I deserved to be hit? Also, I'm going to turn on, even though I never have much luck seeing the milk cans and bomb nodes in the fog, I like having a chance to kind of get an idea of where I need to go and what I need to do. So those are the options I'm going to be playing this playthrough with, and we're just going to get right into it and see what happens. Also, I'm going to jump right back in here real quick, let you know here in Western Kentucky, where I record from and live, we've had a tornado warning sirens going off earlier in the day, and we got another wave of some heavy thunderstorms moving through. So if you hear the thunder clapping in the background, it is not part of the game soundtrack. If you hear the rain in the background, it's probably not, unless it's a rainy map, probably not part of the game. It's just the weather that's going on that we're experiencing, and hopefully the weather doesn't get too bad where I lose power. But anyway, I will see you on the other side. Let's get this game started.
Of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCom project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
And good luck, Commander is right. I'm going to need all the help I can get in Long War especially. I'm not going to go through every country I could possibly choose for base coverage. Just know that every country has its own special starting bonuses, and some come with just no starting bonuses if you decide to choose that. A lot of times I like starting with United States start with the Cheyenne Mountain starting bonus of all elevators built in my base and excavation costs being reduced, because I love being a little on the OCD side, being able to build my base exactly the way I want, and that always helps, and it does save a lot of costs in getting that set up. But I've decided to try one I've never tried before, and let's take a look. I'm going to go down here to Nigeria. I kind of like the idea of having all my soldiers receive +1 mobility and having just that little extra ability to maybe reach one extra tile to get behind some proper cover. So we're going to see how that plays out for me, if I can make that work for us in this game. Also, if I get a full continent covered of Africa, I get the bonus of laboratories and workshops costing 30% less to build and maintain. So let's jump in right here and see where our opening mission is going to take us.
We're dropping you just inside the Egyptian border.
Now, I've also used a custom name list with famous people, sports figures, history figures, and a few friends and family names, which I have altered the names slightly because I didn't get permission from anybody to use them. So all you friends and family, you might recognize your name without too much difficulty. Because if you show up in this game, I'm going to send you a little link so you can have some fun watching yourself and see how you perform in the mission. If anybody else stumbles across my channel and would like to see their name appear in this playthrough, give me a holler, give me a shout out in the comments, and we'll see if we can't make that happen. So anyway, Operation Crystal Jester. Let's go see where that takes us.
Strike one, this is Central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
Okay, we end up in one of the many roadway type maps in the game. Not one of my favorite ones to start with, because these are much better when you've developed a sniper that has some long range shot ability. So we'll see what I can do to make this happen. Starting the game, it looks like we have Barry Bonds leading us off over there. We're also going to be playing with Madison Bumgarner. We start out with a couple baseball figures right now. Heading over to Odelia Basti. See what she can do for us. Cristiano Ronaldo. We're heavy on the sports figures, so I hope we got a winning team here. Alexis Drag make an appearance for us. And Angela Merkel. We got a little political figure going on here, so we'll see how she can make a showing in this game. Okay, so let's see if we can find some aliens. We also, I'm going to take a quick look at some of the stats here and see what we can. So Barry Bonds, aim, this is the aim figure. I'm kind of getting a sense of who has the good aim here. Initially, for rookies, it's always a tough to hit when you're a rookie, and we're starting out with 6 rookies. And of course, if you've played this game before, those of you who have played the game before, Trevor in particular, you'll notice that in Long War you start out with 6 soldiers unlocked right at the start, not the normal 4. And you'll find out once everybody starts getting promoted, there's a bunch more classes that we are able to assign to our soldiers. So we have Barry Bonds, who has very nice aim, 65 being the average. He's sitting at 71. Madison Bumgarner, 67, above average aim. Odelia comes in with not such good aim, but she has good mental psionic abilities, and she has some speed. Oh my gosh, she's my speedster right now. And we have Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's see what he's looking at. He's pretty much average, just slightly above average in aim. We have Alexis, a little above average in aim, but you have good defense statistic here, but you're a little bit of a slowpoke. So much for getting that extra mobility. You really would have been a slowpoke without that Nigerian +1 in mobility. And finally, Angela Merkel rounding it out above. So we got some pretty good aim in this first group of 6 rookies. Let's see if that can help us out in this particular playthrough. And we will advance forward to see what we can see. I think for the most part, I'm going to have to decide, do I want to work down the right side or do I want to make my way down the left side? And I think what we will do initially is we'll kind of take a peek over on the right. I'll kind of go up towards the center, let's put it that way, because by the second turn here, I'm going to start getting some sound clues and cues as far as where the enemy might be, our little alien friends. So let's just kind of move up safely in the center. And no triggers, not finding anybody in the first turn. And we'll see. So after this first turn, we won't have a sound cue to help us out. It usually doesn't start appearing till the second turn. I think I'm safe to dash over here. There's 2 moves you get per turn. So it's usually wise and safest to just take an initial, what's called a blue move first and not dash, because once you dash you're stuck in place. But this is a pretty hidden place that isn't going to trigger any alien pods in the very first turn. Okay, we'll just kind of overwatch, see if anything walks out into our range as we work to position ourselves. And nothing. Didn't think anything would happen. So we're going to have you peek around the corner, Madison. And nothing over there. I think we will. I don't have anybody quite fast enough or who can go quite far enough to reach over by this truck. So what we'll do is we'll come over here behind the pickup and see if we can see farther down anywhere. I like staying as much as possible, especially in rookie status, behind the full cover, which you recognize by the full shield here. And right now, like for instance, Barry Bonds is hiding behind half shield or half cover. And definitely you don't want to get caught out in the open with no cover, because you're a sitting duck when it comes to aliens able to shoot you up. And we'll get a couple of you guys ready to dash over to this semi over here, and we'll leave Odelia to kind of cover the rear in case any aliens start moving up on the back side. And let's just put everybody in Overwatch that's left. Overwatch means that if aliens move into my line of sight during their turn, I get a free shot at them as they're moving. And there we got a sound cue. We got aliens on the left side. And we're just gonna do a quick, we're gonna continue just peeking around on the right just to make sure, because I would hate to go back moving towards the aliens over here and find out we got some on the left and kind of get caught in a crossfire. So let's peek around the semi over here with Madison Bumgarner. And nothing. So we're not in bad shape over here. We'll jump out there with Alexis, and Barry Bonds will peek you around the corner. And there's not much cover in the way moving up on this side. The only problem is without the long range shooters, we're gonna move you up even though it's in open, but we haven't triggered anybody. And it's going to allow us to move up to some other cover as we move down this long semi-trailer. And then I think one more time we're going to keep Odelia watching out on the rear. So let's overwatch. Still waiting for that first contact with the aliens. Especially with my rookies starting out, I tend to play very conservative. They don't have the same level of hit points, which are these dashes up at the top. And you notice the dashes are 2 different colors. The darker color signifies their armor. So if they actually get hit by the aliens and only take damage to their armor, they're not going to head to the sick bay until they start taking damage to themselves. And you can see, for instance, Odelia over here has not quite as sturdy, not quite as robust as some of these others. In fact, the most hit points, that goes with Barry Bonds over here. He's my strong man for this game. Let's take a jump out to the car over here for Angela Merkel. And we are going to move forward down the side with Cristiano Ronaldo. I think we'll have Madison Bumgarner lead the way. Okay. We're kind of exposed. If we hit someone farther down, we're going to easily be flanked, but we're going to make our way up the side of the truck at this point. and we'll leave everybody else to provide cover as we inch our way up the side of the semi. And aliens are still making noises over there. That's a sectoid. Those noises are sectoid noises. And when we finally see them, you'll get to see what these aliens look like. For those of you not familiar with the game, let's peek around the front of the semi up here with Madison. Nothing. They're all going to be grouped together at the end. Somewhere I'm going to activate all the possible aliens at once. Usually on the first episode or the first mission, we're looking at I think it's about 9 different aliens that we got to deal with on this first mission. So let's get everybody up here to the front of the truck, since I know that's safe, so we can kind of dash out to other cover. Even though it's half cover, I'm going to have to make use of what I got. The only challenge or problem with these long, narrow maps. We'll move Barry Bonds down a little bit and see if we should be okay not triggering anything with those guys leading forward, and he's not quite far enough up to peek around this corner to trigger anything over here, so I think we're going to be safe moving up here. And we'll bring Alexis up to join him. And once again, we'll keep Attila kind of covering that backside as we move up. And once we kind of make some progress, she may be able to join us over here on the left. We'll see how we decide to play that with her. It's Overwatch. Play conservative until we find these sectoids. And these yellow sound signals, that's for something called meld. My first mission with rookies, I don't make it a priority. I'd much rather survive and get these guys promoted as a unit. That's much more important to my game. I'm going to have plenty of chances later on to gather up that meld. That's just the way I'm choosing to play it. So we got nice little corner cover over here. Let's bring Barry Bonds up here and see if he's able to trigger any aliens and catch some sight on some aliens. And there we go. Oh, a group of 6, it looks like. 5 sectoids and 1 drone that's floating around. In fact, that little spinning thing you saw at the end, that's a meld canister. And right now we have line of sight on 1 alien. That's the drone that kind of sped toward us and led the way. He's much easier to hit as an alien when he's down on ground level. Drones, when they're elevated, can be quite a challenge to hit. In fact, my chance to hit him right now in his elevated position is 41%. And that's with Barry Bonds, who has the best aim of all my guys. But he has elevated ground, which lowers my hit chance. Okay. I think we're going to have to play all the other sectoids pretty much are off to the side. The drone decided to charge right out, so I think we're going to concentrate on the drone initially here. And one thing I have an additional mod that I'm using with my long war game here, and one is a couple of things it does. It shows a few extra stats for me. First of all, it lets me know how many aliens I've activated, and as you can see, I missed a drone in that activation sequence. I saw the 5 sectoids. I only saw 1 drone, so maybe this drone that popped out by itself is not the one I saw, because it seemed like he got pretty far. This may be a second drone that I actually have my eyes on. So at least it's good to know what I'm up against. It's nice, ideally, to activate 1 group of aliens at a time. It would have been nice to have only, 3 sectoids, or, the 2 sectoids and 2 drones activate instead of having both those groups activate. But that's the game, that's XCOM, and that's our challenge, to see if we can figure out how to defeat these aliens.
Good to go.
Move Madison up there, he's going to have a shot. Not a great percentage, 37% on the drone. And I think to keep him cover so he can't get flanked as those sectoids start moving towards us, this is going to give him a shot on the drone, and I don't think the drone can get over this far in his turn to flank around that car.
Roger, tracking.
but that should give Cristiano Ronaldo a shot. He does, a 36%er, and we're going to do the same with Angela Merkel. Bring her back behind this card so she doesn't quite have a shot on the drone. What do you know? Let's get Alexis back in on the fun here too. But I'm going to bring her more over this way, so I have some choices on reacting to the sectoids over there. And if the drone does a full-on rush towards us, she'll be able to get in on the action also. So we'll just overwatch with Alexis, overwatch with Angela Merkel, and we'll go ahead and take some pot shots with those in range. 41% to hit that drone. Right off the bat, they're making this game look easy. Oh my god, it is not that easy. Hitting a less than 50% chance on the first try. Oh my goodness. So we're just going to overwatch the remaining ones in case some of the sectoids decide to go gung-ho towards us. Give us some free shots at them. And Odelia over here, you've been covering my back end as well as anybody, but I think it's time to bring you more down in the action. So we'll do a blue move so we can hopefully not get overwatched by the aliens. And I didn't think we were going to be close enough to the aliens, and we'll just put you on overwatch over here. Would have been nice if you could have moved one farther, but you aren't my speed demon on the team, as we learned looking at your stats before. So it looks like we have a sectoid peeking around the truck up there. I think I saw a drone moving over that way a little bit. Who do we have range on? We're going to have to see if we can move up this way to get a flank. That's nice full cover on that sectoid, which doesn't please me anything particular, because I only can really get up towards him with half cover moves. So he's going to win any kind of shootout duel we have against us. I'm going to move Madison Bumgarner up. I don't think he's going to have a high percentage shot against that alien in full cover. An option would be, but I think he's out of grenade range, is to throw an armor piercing grenade or anti-personnel grenade, but he's out of range. Out of range. In fact, while I'm thinking of it, I want to see I forgot to see what kind of grenade weaponry I have. I'm actually carrying a med kit with me. Cristiano Ronaldo. I got a lot of AP grenades. Angela Merkel carrying a couple, and I do at least have an HE grenade. Those are the cover destroying grenades, as opposed to the ones that are just going to damage the personnel. So it's nice to at least know I have one of those in my use. 2 APs. So yeah, only one HE grenade, so I got to remember to hold that and remember who has that. My guy in the center, Mr. Barry Bonds. Let's see what we want to do, how we want to play this. We have Cristiano Ronaldo. It's tough. We're going to have to get up to the corner. I don't want to dash out into half cover. These guys are just a little bit out of the action. Now, I don't think he can dash all the way across the cover to get a flank over here, so I'm going to get Angela Merkel in on the action over here. I don't think she can get her grenade that far. And ideally, it's not a good idea to use too many grenades at the beginning, because you destroy the alien carcasses. And one of the needs in this game is to collect a lot of alien carcasses, because they're used in research, they're used in developing, they're used in many ways in this game to progress. Let's see if we can get Cristiano Ronaldo up towards us. Any place safe? I think we may end up dashing him into a safe spot. I worry if I bring somebody over here, he's going to be easily flanked. He potentially is easily flanked, but there's no cover down here. So the odds are I will not get flanked if I move here. So I think he's not going to go kamikaze to get just to get a flank shot on me. So I'm going to move Barry Bonds over here. Nobody alien-wise was on Overwatch, and he has an okayish shot on, once again, a flying alien. If that aliens come down, those drones down to ground level, the hit chance to hit them goes up tremendously. We'll bring you over here to see if you can get a shot also on that drone. And drones can be a challenge. They have a lot of built-in defense, so a lot of the hits sometimes will deflect, and they can be at times a challenge to bring down, unlike that first drone, which is one shot and it's gone. So we have an option. I can bring her up so she has some nice full cover there, or I can see if it's going to be to my benefit to have a high elevation bonus shot. Except I don't think the range is going to benefit me too much. They're mostly in cover back here. So I think we'll just move you up forward a little bit in the full cover, and it does give you a shot. And Odelia, let's bring you into the action with a shot on this drone. 35%. And you do some damage. Look at that. Look at that. And what's with all the females? Angela Merkel, Odelia, you're just going with the shaved head looks here. Is that the style you decide to go to with battling the aliens? That's crazy. Let's see if you can finish off this drone. At least we know with that red fog option, his movement is going to be reduced and his chances to hit me are going to be reduced. And another mod I have kind of takes from the XCOM 2 feature is if I move my soldier right here to a spot, it's that green ring that you see up there. The green ring around the alien lets me know that I'm going to have line of sight, and conversely, he's probably going to have line of sight to me to be able to hit me. But it gives me an idea if I move somewhere that I'm going to have line of sight on that alien, which is kind of a helpful little tooltip. So we're going to move down. No, we're actually going to take a shot and see if we can finish off with Alexis on this drone over here. It's only 37%, not the greatest of odds, but we've been hitting, yeah, there. That's more like a 37% shot right there. And I think what we're going to do in order to keep him from flanking, I just don't know. Let's just take that last shot at the drone since that's all the chance you have. 41%, boom, Barry Bonds. Can't quite finish it off. And with you being in half cover and an alien over here, that just makes me nervous in long war. The aliens just seem to have better abilities at hitting us. I'm actually going to hunker down, and hopefully next move there's no overwatch happening over here and I can move to some better cover options. And we're going to move you. We're just going to dash you over, get you back in the game here. Cristiano Ronaldo, use your speed, get back into the game down over here. And Angela Merkel, you don't have a great shot. A little bit on the drone, but he's not my big concern. It's this guy who's a concern in full cover, going after me in half cover. We're just going to hunker down. Now we get some other aliens starting to come around. Some nice, he's an Overwatch. We got to remember that. Those drones love making these big on dashes. And he's going to try getting around, but like I thought, he wasn't going to go all the way to get a flank shot. But he is doing a good move. Nice tactical move by the little alien sectoids. He's suppressing my character to make it harder for him to move, because if my guy does move, he's going to get a free shot on him. Oh, they're going all out to flank me. And we got some mind. He tried a little psi panic over here on, can't even remember who that was. Oh, we've activated another alien pod. So I think we've got just about everybody on the map activated. And they're in a great position to come down here and flank Barry Bonds. So it would be nice to get rid of this suppression, because right now he is flanked. Even though he's hurt, this drone is hurt and his aim is off a bit, still, I don't want to sit there leaving a flanking shot on my guy over here. Barry Bonds, I need you. But they're just lined up. It's just too tempting not to throw. I hate losing the alien carcasses, but oh my God, they're just bunching up. If I had a Rocketeer, if I was farther into the game, these guys are just oh my goodness, they're just lining up to get blasted. So let's see, from where I am now, I don't have quite the heave-ho to be able to get any of these aliens. Those little bugger sectoids just out of my range, and this is only half cover moving up, and I'm not going to eliminate all those aliens. However, I can eliminate a number of them.
Roger that.
And on these narrow half cover kind of maps, I got to take advantage of those shots when I can. Now I can eliminate probably with a nice hit here. I can get rid of, and that's probably what I got to do, grenade shots. The closer they are to the center and the hit point of the radius of the grenades is the higher the damage. Unlike regular XCOM where you get full damage in this whole blast radius, in Long War the blast radius tapers off the farther you are from where the grenade hits. So that's something to keep in mind while playing Long War. So I think as much as I would like to do some damage to 3 aliens at once, I'm gonna do my sure shot with the grenade over here and try to do some damage to this guy suppressing, because we don't want Barry Bonds hung out to dry and having all these. This is 5 friggin' aliens being able to potentially flank him next turn. So let's see what we can do over here. Throw that grenade. Do some damage. Okay, we eliminated both. That very effective grenade. So Barry Bonds no longer on lockdown. We have some ability to move him. Problem is, we got to also keep our eyes open for this flanking sectoid over here as we move into cover. Let's try. Now, the range of AP grenades is not that great. I would have to move her pretty far up. Miss Angela Merkel, your arm isn't all that great. And I don't think I'm going to get the range I need to hit those, as we found out back when you were back here. But I'm going to bring Angela forward. Hopefully provide some overwatch cover so they won't continue moving out on me. Got some nice corner cover by Cristiano Ronaldo. He's in it. He hasn't got a kill yet. Let's see if we can get a nice hit and finish off that drone and gain some experience. 41% for a elevated drone. That's about as good as it's going to get with these rookies. And we did it. Thank you. We got rid of the flank. So the question is, do I move Barry Bonds around the pedestal of the holding up the freeway support to take away the flanking option? Because if oh god, I hope they can't move out just to flank this guy. I hope they can't flank Madison Bumgarner over here. I may have yeah, we'll see. So I think what we're going to do to help prevent that from happening, we're going to put Angela Merkel on Overwatch, even though she's only in half cover, and I probably would prefer to hunker her down. Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to tempt this guy, I think. Is this going to work? Is this going to backfire on me? I don't know if I quite got flanking shots down here at the sectoids, but I'm going to see if I do. Or is there somewhere else over here more protected? Potentially. It's only half cover, and I can still hit that front alien from here. And we're gonna try moving over this way. And we did get a flank shot. Look at that, tremendously increases the odds to 71% to hit. Still not guaranteed, but I'll take 70% over 40% any day. So let's see if Barry Bonds can connect. And he does not hit one out of the park this time. Okay, this guy's in full cover over here, so the 2 soldiers I have, Odelia and Alexis, I don't think they're going to have much to be able to do to help us out other than to overwatch and prevent him from coming over and flanking. So we're just going to set these guys up on Overwatch. The only problem is if these guys advance too far down, they're going to get potential flanking shots on me. I don't think they're going to get far enough to get Odalia back here, but I think Alexis is going to be a little challenged here. So I may see about moving her over. Now I got a corner cover here, and while it may only be half cover from that angle, yeah, it's only going to be half cover from here, which does not thrill me. At least it protects her from these aliens down the long way if they advance for flanks. So I think I'm going to move up here, and then what I'm... Oh, I forgot about the Overwatch. Oh my god, I forgot about the Overwatch. And I lucked out. So yeah, at the very beginning I said, watch out for the Overwatch. There's even that little eagle eye sitting over the alien over here to remind me he's on Overwatch, he's on Overwatch. That's XCOM is what they say. Hard to keep track of everything and remember everything all the time. And you saw that happen. That's how the casualties happen. That's how the game becomes difficult, is when you forget all the details. But anyway, you survived that. We're going to put Odalia on Overwatch to prevent him from advancing over on the side while we work on the multiple aliens down the road from us. So Odalia, you Overwatch. And oh, that's where the other sectoid is. And how many we got left overall? So we've killed 4 of the aliens, 2 drones, 2 sectoids. We got 6 sectoids left. So now we know where they all are. We have 2 over here on the left hand side, and we have the remaining 3. Whoops. So I'm missing 1. I lost eyes on 1. So there's still an unknown factor out there. With that in mind, I'm gonna rather than hunker you down like I was going to protect you from potential half cover shot there, we're gonna go Overwatch because I don't want a lot of maneuvering going on from these guys. And Angela, I think we're gonna Overwatch you because this guy who's flanked, when they're flanked they tend to move, so you may get a free little pot shot on, at least on that one alien, leaving the other 2. So let's Overwatch you also. And let's see what happens. Did we make the right moves? And of course, the one you get the Overwatch shot on and miss isn't the one I was planning on early on. And he's just moving straight back. So that works into our hands, taking him out of the fight temporarily. What are you going to do, little one? Oh, there. Now we know now. We know now where the other one is. Those lines, the squiggly lines you saw, that's a mind merge going on. Ah, Alexis, you had a chance. You had a chance, Alexis. We had the other alien that we couldn't identify and find is back here. He gave himself away when he did a mind merge with the one sectoid at the front of the truck. Oh, he got Berry Bond suppressed this time. That's not too concerning for me. And he's going to try to panic Barry Bonzo, a psi panic. 25% chance was all it was, though, because he's in full cover. But he is suppressed and kind of locked down right now, so let's see how we can deal with that. Now, if I always have to, I have my grenades, but as much as possible, I would like to avoid using them and gain the carcasses. We can't really get a benefit from Angela Merkel's grenades, so I'm not tempted to use it with her. What we will look at is she has some shots, 39%. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend it on the one that is suppressing and see if we can put a dent into that suppression shot and free up some movement for Barry Bonds. And we do it. Little delayed death scene there, as always happens when they get killed while suppressing. But Barry Bonds is free to move for us now. And we can't get a flanking shot there. And look at you. Oh, medicine. That means Angela. No, you're not empty. Someone was empty on ammo, and I think, who was it? I was just looking at Barry. Yeah, Barry Bonds is empty on ammo, so we'll have to do a reload over here. In the meantime, that other alien moves somewhere back here. So I'm hesitant to move up to try and get a 0 point blank kind of shot, even though it's kind of sets me up for a flank. But anyway, we're just going to kind of take that 42% shots. Not ideal, but I can't think of anything better, and I don't want to move forward. And we missed. And we missed. What have we got? Do we have sight from him down there? It looks like I see a green ring around him. So let's move Cristiano Ronaldo up. And I forgot, was he overwatching? I'm just out of range of the overwatcher. I almost did that bonehead move twice in a row, forgetting about the overwatch. Oh, can I tell you what kind of fun we're going to have on this playthrough if I'm doing stuff like this on the very first episode. So let's take that 36. Sometimes with rookies, you got to take some low percentage pot shots, and hopefully that volume of fire will make up for it. Not the best strategy long term. Yeah, maybe it is. It just paid off. Okay, so now we're back to the girls here holding my backside, except we got these alien guys over here in full cover. We are down to just 4 sectoids now. We have the one that ran off here that we missed back by the meld, which I'm sure is going to expire before I get to it and become unavailable. We have one that kind of retreated and ran away back here. So I think all we're going to do, I think they're far enough away where he can't advance and get a flank on me. I'm going to move. Oh, no, I can't do that. I'll get overwatched. We're just going to put Odelia on overwatch, kind of hopefully keep them from moving forward. And I am going to, I'd like to hunker and reload, but we'll just start with the reload. And Barry Bonds, we definitely need to get you reloaded. Hopefully with the overwatch we have, it'll prevent them from moving up to flank Barry Bonds. Alexis, shot at but missed. It wasn't a high percentage shot. And that guy I think can see us between the trailers here, so we got to watch out for him. And he is on overwatch. So I don't know that I want to even move Barry Bonds up this way, because he could become in range of that overwatch. So we got to, once again, try to remind myself, watch out for the overwatch. don't make multiple bonehead moves in one playthrough. We have no idea where our 2 unseen aliens have disappeared to. So I think what we'll do is we'll start holding the left over here with our 3, Barry Bonds and the 2 girls, Odelia and Alexis. And we'll start moving Ronaldo up in this flank and see if we can identify, find, and destroy those other aliens that are hiding out and out of view right now. We'll just see if that'll work for us. Hopefully none of them are on overwatch as I'm moving forward, because I could be just stumbling right into a big old mess.
Alien object in sight.
Okay, I found one. I actually have a flank shot on one. Oh, thank you. It's not ideal. When I become higher level and higher rank soldier, that will be a much higher percent shot, but for a rookie, this is a lovely, lovely shot. In fact, I'm going to do a quick tab through my characters. I want to kind of see who's getting promoted right now. We have Alexis who needs to hit something, and we have Odelia that needs to hit something. Otherwise, everybody's due for a promotion at the end of this mission. The little plus sign down here is my little clue. So even though Madison already has a kill, we're going to try for another one, because I just can't pass up a flank like that. And we'll have to, with the 3 remaining after this, try and see if we can't work Alexis and Odelia in to get a kill and get some experience so they can also get promoted at the end of this mission. 67%. Go to it. Do it. And we did it. Boom. When you get that little cinematic spiel when they go for their shot, you know you got a hit. And I'm just going to reload Cristiano, so when we do find aliens, you're ready to go. And this time, I'm just going to hunker you down, Alexis, because they want to take some pot shots at you. And since you're in sight of both, I don't want to move you back to the full cover, because you'll get shot at. So let's just hunker you down. And Angela Merkel, we're going to reload you too, so when you get back in the action, you can help us out. And Barry Bonds, what can we do with you? I'm feeling better about anyone coming down and flanking if I were to move forward. The question is, yeah, see, I'm going to be in range if I move forward. That scares the hecky doodles out of me. Odelia, we're going to take you, and we're just going to overwatch. And Barry Bonds, you don't appear to be in range right now because you have no eyes on them. But if I move you up here, you're going to get... Yeah, he's going to overwatch the heck out of you. So let's just move you back to full cover because I just get worried about them running overwatch, succeeding, and then having a flank shot on you. And we'll just have you overwatch also temporarily. Yeah, we're just camping out here. And there, that sound was the meld disappeared. I wasn't able to advance quick enough to get to it. This is just an ugly map for quick advancing, that's for sure. It would have been nice to start out with rookies with a nice little rooftop map, one of the easier ones, but instead we get one with a little more creativeness to it. We got to be a little more cover aware as we sneak around the map. So we still have one more sectoid back here. I'm going to move some support up. Now, very flankable if I go there though, so I think I'm going to have to stay along this half cover over here because it's less flankable from them coming around. I would love to move into better cover. I don't like all this half cover. I'm just asking to get hit one of these times, but we still... So that other guy must have swung around a little bit somewhere. I don't know where, but he's hiding out there somewhere. But because he's not here, I think I can get away with moving forward to this full cover over here to take a peek around. Nothing there. And let's bring Angela Madison. I don't know what I'm going to do with you yet. Can we get you? Yeah, let's get you up at least against the full cover over here and get you into the action. Actually, what I'm going to also do, even though it's half cover, I'm going to bring you up here so I can get some Overwatch covering fire from you. That one lone unseen enemy, and we got Overwatch there. We don't know what the other guy's doing. Once again, we're going to kind of do the same thing over on the backside here. Overwatch, keep him in place as we try to maneuver around this backside. And that's only half cover. I could move to full cover, but he's right there. He's going to pop out and flank me. So let's just reload. I got some other guys on Overwatch here to hopefully keep him protected. We're going to hunker you down again because we know they were prone to pot shot you in that half cover. And they went after full cover shot. And I'll take them shooting at me at 17% to hit any day. Now what'll help me is if I can get that third alien identified, then I can get flanked, or I can flank these guys around this truck. They're just hunkering down behind this full cover, making it difficult and making this first mission extend tremendously. We still got those 3 sectoids left. Oh, because we want it. It's critical early game that we survive with our rookies here. It makes a big deal of difference when you start advancing into the game. To have a nice developed set of soldiers. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I want to move up here. We don't know if this other alien that was supporting him moved back or not. Cristiano, let's do it. Oh, 40%. He was on Overwatch, and we miss. Ooh, I was afraid of that, but we got lucky. 2 Overwatch. Oh no, the second alien on Overwatch. Oh, we know now where that other sucker is. We got lucky because Cristiano Ronaldo is not the most tanky kind of guy. Now, he was back over here somewhere. Well, I know his Overwatch is spent now. I'm going to move Madison Bumgarner aggressively up this way, see if we can find him. And look at that. He is just standing out in the open, you little... Yeah, I want to use a word, but you little thing, you... Let's see if I can get anyone else there that's going to have a shot, because you don't have a shot on Mr. Stand in the Open. Yeah, it's all up to you, Madison. Once again, it's not a guaranteed kill, 67%, but it's as good as you're going to get. And we got him. Boom, you get that cinematic and you know you got him. So now we're going to have a chance. And I'm going to take advantage of knowing that I have no Overwatch back here. I'm going to get Ms. Angela Merkel out here and running. Probably I should work on getting Alexis and And Odelia freed to come back here to work around this backside too. I don't know. Let's see. Well, yeah, I think what we're going to do is do just that. We're going to dash you down since we now have no overwatches active right now. We're just down to the 2 aliens left. So let's position, try and get some of our rookies without experience. Alexis, we're going to run you down here to try and... There's more cover to come in behind this truck on this side, and then we're going to bring Barry Bonds over this way to help hold the other guy in place on this side. And hopefully once we get this one alien out of the way, we can work on Odelia to get her the final kill. In an ideal world. In an ideal world. Okay, who have we got left now? Odelia, you're just going to overwatch. You've been doing a good job of holding that alien in place. And you, Cristiano, you're going to hold that alien in place with a little overwatch now that you're in full cover. And Barry Bonds also, a little overwatch. So I think they're going to be locked down. He reloaded. He's on overwatch in the back, which of course isn't awesome and great because that's where I want to do my moving. I don't have any flashbangs. Does anybody have any flashbangs to knock off an overwatch? No, not so lucky. In future missions, we have the ability to equip our soldiers. In this first mission, we just take what we're given. So, I don't think he's in grenade range, so I can't disrupt anything with the grenade there. Now I can bring... Oh wow. So Angela, you're in sight here. So that means if you run to here, you're going to pick up that overwatch shot. And yet if you move here, you're not going to have a shot on him. Well, we'll peek you around the corner. Oh, that was Alexis down here. I might have used the wrong name. Alexis, we're going to try and get you up to the corner. Man, if there wasn't... Too bad he's an Ojibwa. Let's put you there in case the overwatch goes away. We'll just do some massive overwatch on this side. Oops, I thought I had you on the corner where you had a view. So let's just get you over there now so we can use you next turn, and let's continue with the overwatch on the back side. And Mr. Let's get you behind this vehicle because you're too far out of range back there. And we'll hit some overwatch of our own to hold him in place. That little sectoid dude. And he's going to waste some fire. I got some maneuverability, 13%. Thank God I was in full cover, 13% shot. Even though I've seen plenty of those hit in the past, I'd rather have them taking those kind of shots. Okay, we have the ability to maneuver a little bit over here. And that's just what we're going to do. Let's see the best way to do that. I mean, obviously we can get Angela Merkel back over this way.
Heading to that location.
And we can get Madison Bumgarner, the ace of this team right now. Except ideally, I'm going to get Alexis over here. You do have a grenade. Is this going to get you in grenade range, Alexis? That may just be what I'm going to have to do with these hunkered down, heavy covered dudes. I think we can do that. Let's try getting you up to this car and see if you can take him out with a grenade. That may be your best chance with these full cover alien fools here to get the kill. So let's see if your grenade, if you got the arm, you have got the arm. Alexis, I think you're getting promoted. Let's find out. A kaboom. There we go. Now we're down to the last guy, and we got to see if we can get Odelia down there to make that happen. We'll time to do an overwatch in case he decides to move towards the back of that truck. Barry Bonds, if you don't mind providing some overwatch, and I think, are you on overwatch? Yeah, you're overwatching right now, so we'll hang in there. with you to keep them in place, and you won't be able to move just yet either. So what we're going to do, we got Overwatch going. We're just going to reload you to get you prepared for your opportunity here. And one more Overwatch. And one more Overwatch. Yeah, we'll just Overwatch you. You've got your kills. Let's see what we can focus down on you. Okay. Okay, he's continuing to Overwatch, but this is what we're going to do to get him to move. We're going to try and force his hand. We're going to come down this way. We're going to bring you down this way. And if we get him flanked at the end, I'm not going to take the shot with these guys. What I'm going to do is try to force him by being flanked to run out. And maybe that way Odelia can get the hit at the end. Oh, what a way to have to work the map. Alexis, we're going to rush you over here too. We'll see if you can help out Odelia by forcing that move from the alien. And we'll just bring you back kind of half in the game again. And Overwatch. 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 And reload. And he's just one scared little alien. But Alexis, we're going to have you peek around, see if you can force him by flanking him. I'm not going to have you take the shot because ideally, well, guess what? You're my backup in case the plan fails. We're going to see if we can get Alexis this shot. And you are on Overwatch? Yes. So Alexis is going to have to do her Overwatch right. Odelia's going to have to do her Overwatch right from where she is. And we are not going to have these other ones do Overwatch because I want Odelia to get the kill. So let's hunker. Let's hunker. Let's do a little hunker action on these others just so they don't accidentally... Whoops, I didn't want to do that. I'll have you hunker down. We're going to have you just stand there. I don't want you on Overwatch either. I don't want you to get the kill. But I want you there to force that alien's move. And we're going to hunker down here. Because I only want Odelia to take that shot. We want her to get the experience. Are you the last one? So let's just end our turn. And he's forced to move. Come on, Odelia. It's only a 32% shot. But we finally got him forced out of the full cover. Yes, damn it. But you're going to have your chances now. You are going to have your chances now. Okay, let's see what we can do to help force the moves. Do you have vision from here? Yes, the alien's gonna, well, no, you're a little bit out of range. I'm not seeing that you got cover there. So that's not going to be quite enough to force the alien's move, but it's what I got to do to move up. And how far up can you move? Maybe you can get sight from here. Not quite, but maybe next move we'll get that flanking move that'll force the move. Somewhere in there we had vision of him. That little sectoid. We'll just move these other ones up. Trying to increase the pressure on that sectoid so Odelia can get the kill. The other option, I'm doing all this fancy dancy moving around. Odelia, you got a grenade. And while it is a carcass I need early on, this mission has dragged on long enough and it is time to end it. Here we go with the AP grenade. We will make up for sectoid corpses in the future. Boom. And we are over. Everybody should have a promotion now. That's the kind of first kind of mission I like, but that's one of the longest first missions I've ever taken, just due to the board map and trying to be careful not to get anybody killed. So let's get back to the base and see what we're working with here.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
Welcome to XCom HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold. providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
We got a lot of promotions in the barracks is what we got. Look at all those promotions. Since that mission was so long, I'm not going to do any promoting right now. We'll continue that in the next episode. But we will take a look a little bit at the base before we wind up this first episode. So we have gained research capabilities in xenobiology and alien materials. We've recovered 4 sectoids. It could have been a lot more. I think we blew up 3 of them, possibles. But we'll take the 4. We'll take the 4. We got Illyrium, alien alloys, and 1 little meld instead of the more we could have got if we got to that meld canister. Research. Dr. Valen.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
So, for our new research project, what I am planning, usually, and I killed myself. I usually like to start with xenobiology as my first research, but alien weaponry we'll have to do, and as soon as I'm able to, we'll get back to the xenobiology. I like to get the xenobiology done so I have ability to sell these corpses on the black market. You'll understand that in the future as you see some of these other features of the game. But we will start this slow alien weaponry improvement project. Research project.
Research projects are overwhelming the current staff. I hope you'll consider seeking out additional scientists to bolster the team.
And that we'll be working on. Let's go over to engineering.
Commander, I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
Okay, I don't think we really have much in the way of things to build here. Well, actually, we kind of do. The sawed-off shotguns are free, I believe, if we manufacture those. I don't use them extensively, but since they're a free build, we'll build a couple just to get them in progress. Unlike the original XCOM, here in A Long War, there's no automatic builds on these weapons. These builds take time, no matter what you're building. This just happens to be the only item I know is free and doesn't cost resources, because apparently we have the shotguns already and all we're going to do is saw them off. I could get a motion tracker for $20, and that's the early game battle scanner here in Long War. And I could also build a satellite, which we'll think about at the cost of $200. It's pretty pricey. Unlike the regular XCOM games, where you usually tend to satellite rush more, here in A Long War, satellites aren't as critical to rush build, mainly because the air war is so difficult and tough, and the more satellites you have, the more aircraft you need to build to protect those satellites from getting shot down, etc., etc. So we will want to have enough for some basic coverage, but we'll take a look at that a little bit later too. In our barracks, we've already been there, but we have a whole roster greatly increased from original XCOM, and the reason being, if you look at everybody here who just went out on the mission, they're fatigued. It's a new feature of the Long War is if I take fatigue soldiers out, they will then become wounded and head to the sick bay after that mission, whether they're even hit or not. So it forces you to not just play with those same base characters, which you can often get away with in the original XCOM, Enemy Unknown, and Enemy Within. You are forced to use other characters in the game. and
Commander to
there's
mission
lots
control.
of different
Commander to
soldiers
mission
to choose
control.
from. We'll get into that later when we get our next mission. We'll probably take out another batch of rookies more than likely. I usually tend to start off with a lot of rookies in the first month on my missions, trying to build up a lot of experience as broadly as I can, because at least initially I try to build 4 full teams of soldiers.
Commander to mission control.
Let's get into the situation room first. Here's where you can see where right now we just have 1 satellite up over our starting nation of Nigeria. So initially I do look at probably building the next 2 satellites to cover the continent, but expanding beyond that, no big rush at all. So I will look at building some
Commander to
initial
mission control. Commander to mission
satellites
control.
to take over the continent to get that continent bonus also, but I will not be willy-nilly building satellites like in the base game. And then we do have the gray market, where if we want to sell some of the goodies from our missions, we can. It's an extra source of income, but we're not going to do that early on. I think at this time, what I'm going to do is kind of end the playthrough here at this point. In fact, let's just go to mission control, and before we go out searching for any future missions and scanning for them,
Commander to mission
yeah,
control.
this is where we're going to leave it for the day. We have our two sawed-off shotguns that'll be ready in 1 day, alien weaponry research in 18, council report in 31, and the only thing I didn't look at, I skipped right over it, is my base. Base building is very critical early on. So in between episodes, I'm going to take a look. My Steam is way far away down on the bottom, so I don't have early access to Steam like I do in some games. But I'm going to take a look at this base layout and come up with the ideal layout that I'm going to want to use. But rather than waste your time now, I'll do those kinds of things. The same with how I want to promote my soldiers. No, we're not going to hire any. How I want to promote my soldiers that have been or earned their promotion. We'll figure out what kind of classes I want to make them in the next episode. So I hope you like this rather long first episode, just because of the nature of that mission and the map that caused me to have to take it careful with all the half cover and stretched out kind of low cover that was available on the map. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully I won't drone on quite as much as I did in this first video, and we'll get more gameplay in on future videos. Thank you. Once again, we didn't get bowled over with thunder, although I heard it in the background, but I doubt it was loud enough to impact this recording. And we got some nice little rainstorm moving through, which I could hear, but I don't think was loud enough to make it over the microphone. Thank you for watching once again. We have survived our weird weather today, and I hope you have enjoyed yourself and are surviving this initial episode of the playthrough on XCom Long War.
Commander, anyone at XCom, Bradford, can anyone hear me? I urgently need the support of XCom. They've landed outside my town in western Kentucky. Please send any operatives you can spare. They're going to move into this farming community in College Town soon if you can't get here. You can't hold out for long. Get here as quick as possible.